Obesity. Is it just about eating too much? This video is about challenging the common assumptions on weight and exploring the complex science behind obesity.
Obesity is a chronic disease and not a lifestyle failure genetics. Many factors can give rise to obesity. 1. Hereditary factors can influence metabolism and appetite regulation. 2. Environment factors such as food availability, built environment, and social influences. 3. Neurobiological factors such as brain-gut communication that affects hunger and satiety signals. 4. Medical management factor for which WHO classifies obesity as complex, progressive disease requiring lifelong care. The common belief is that overeating will result in obesity. For decades, public health messages have focused on the simple formula of eating less and moving more. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention reports that over 40% of American adults are obese, consistently linking this epidemic to excess calorie intake. Despite the widespread awareness of this advice, obesity rates continue climbing year after year, suggesting that our understanding might be incomplete and may not work for everyone. What happens? When you overeat, immediate effects are you will have stomach expansion, discomfort, heartburn, and metabolic stress as the body struggles to process excess food. Repeated pattern of chronic overeating can lead to insulin resistance, metabolic disorders, and disrupted hunger signals. The key insight is overeating is often a symptom of underlying metabolic or psychological issues. Let's scrutinize the energy balance model. According to traditional view, weight gain equals calories in greater than calories out. In simple mathematics means eat less will lead TP way less. The problem of this model is we ignores biological mechanisms that drives hunger and fat storage, and we treat all calories as equal. However, according to new perspective from Dr. David Ludwig of Harvard University, overeating doesn't cause obesity. On the other hand, obesity causes overeating. Based on scientific evidences, we must pay attention to food quality by reducing the consumption of rapidly digestible carbohydrates such as rice, white bread, etc., and prioritize whole foods with healthy fats from fish source and fibers for metabolic balance. Beyond calorie counting, we have to rethink obesity treatment to manage stress and emotional challenges, as well as to address underlying hunger drivers rather than focusing on only simple energy balance. For achieving sustainable results in obesity management, firstly, we must overcome hunger-driving temptation. Secondly, we must uphold lasting weight management program. And lastly, we must improve overall metabolic health with balanced diet, have enough sleep and rest, manage mental and work stress, and engage in outdoor activities. Let's relate obesity to the biological mechanism of food intake. From the metabolic perspective of the carbohydrate insulin model, high glycemic carbs, such as eating large amount of processed foods, can trigger rapid blood sugar spikes. Our body will release more insulin to manage higher glucose level. High insulin will immediately store energy in fat cells, reducing energy availability, and in turn, this will trigger increased hunger signal for more food despite having sufficient stored energy. Obesity is also caused by stress and emotional eating. From psychological perspective, stress can induce cortisol, a hormone which can alter metabolism and appetite regulation, promoting fat storage around the belly. About 1 to 3% of population in this world has binge eating disorder. Binge eating disorder. People have no control in eating, and they tend to eat excessively even when not hungry. Breaking the binge-restrict cycle requires addressing both psychological and physical aspects through a comprehensive approach. To help binge eating disorder patients, we have to provide professional support in a few areas. The patients have to seek medical diagnosis to carry out proper diagnosis and screen for related conditions like diabetes, hypertension, and sleep apnea. Medication options include lisdexamfetamine, SSRIs, or topiramate, may reduce binge episodes and improve impulse control. The patients have to seek therapeutic intervention also. They are strongly advised to get cognitive behavioral therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy, and interpersonal therapy for addressing emotional regulation and relationship triggers. Adopting appropriate lifestyle and emotional strategies are keys to overcome obesity. We must take regular meals every 3 to 4 hours interval to prevent extreme hunger. Eat healthy foods that include protein, fiber, and healthy fats. Put effort to avoid keeping appetite trigger foods such as snacks, fried food, etc. at home, and practice mindful eating. Emotionally, we have to identify emotional triggers such as stress, boredom, loneliness, etc. Build a habit to keep food and mood journal. Apply stress management techniques in daily life and develop self-compassion for recovery process. Healing. First, weight loss tends to follow. The goal of healing first is to correct your relationship with food. Weight loss achievement tends to follow naturally when binging is under control. The first step is to stop binge episodes through focusing on breaking the cycle before restrictive dieting, which can worsen binges. The second step is to build a support system by joining binge-focused groups and educate family members to provide encouragement. Practice. Mindful eating is extremely important for overcome obesity. There are 10 habits used by naturally slim people. 1. Eat slowly and mindfully. Chew slowly, savor food, and let the brain catch up with hunger signals. 2. Stop eating when satisfied. Respect hunger cues and avoid eating until overly full. 3. Focus on how food feels, not calories. Choose foods that leave you feeling energized and balanced. 4. Stay hydrated. Drink water regularly to avoid mistaking thirst for hunger. 5. Make meals an event. Eat without distractions to stay aware of portions and fullness. Try to avoid eating in front of TV or computer. 6. Choose whole, unprocessed food. Base meals on fruits, veggies, lean proteins, and grains for steady energy. 7. Incorporate natural movement. Walk, take stairs, and stay active throughout the day, not just at the gym. 8. Avoid food obsession. Don't overthink eating. Enjoy indulgences without guilt. 9. Practice portion awareness. Use smaller plates and avoid eating straight from large packages. 10. Prioritize sleep and manage stress. Good rest and stress control reduce cravings and support a healthy metabolism. Key takeaway. Slim people cultivate mindful, balanced habits that make healthy choices natural and effortless. Small, consistent shifts and managing stress can transform your relationship with food and lead to sustainable well-being. In conclusion, obesity is not just about eating too much. It is a complex disease that involves metabolism, brain function, environment, genetics, and behavior working together. Compassionate solutions. Effective approaches require empathy, evidence-based treatment, and systemic healthcare changes. Moving forward, let's move beyond harmful myths to create real progress in health, wellness, and human dignity.